Let's get ourselves up and running with Bran over on Team 1. Lollycat Girl is hanging on the back as an arms warrior this time. Sensei, Speed, the Rogue, as well as Chicago with a green Mountain Dew set. Chicago, which one did you do this for the green Mountain Dew set? Did you do the enhancement? Bellator are going to be first up over on the Team 2. Like it was last time, trying to max out the big damage. Bran as an unholy, get hit with the disarm trick inside of his silence and the stun onto Bellator. He's going to activate all the defenses with offenses. Reckless as well as the rage and regeneration are both up. He's going to leap away from all those ghosts. The ghosts continue to chase after him though. Some of those ghosts did actually do the big leap chase after Bellator. Might still be in trouble. There is still an army of the undead chasing after him, trying to see if he can catch some healing as he's looking to execute the ghouls. It looks like Bran is going to end up destroying his own ghoul to sacrifice it for health, and it's going to summon a new one. Bellator landing that charge. Maybe he can get himself a Bloodthirst, maybe Impending Victory, if that is still what he is playing. Looks like he is playing the Impending Victory. I think it made it so Impending Victory is like 40% of your health recovered, unless there's any kind of MS effects. Bran going for an IBF to get immune. The knockdown. Well, it looks like immune knockdown from the Night Fae. It looks like Wardja walks away. Bellator wants to stay in that Night Fae, wants to get some freebie damage on Bran, but Bran just walked out of it completely. Is going to resummon a whole new ghoul. He's going to need one. Going to be a stun onto the warrior. Trinkets out of him immediately. Going to be Bellator catching up on healing. AMS out of Bran for some of the nature damage coming out from the Fury Warrior. Disarm onto the DK, but looks like Bellator is also a little behind. Looks like the ghoul, the monstrosity, is doing some damage. Execute range for Bran, trying to see if he can survive this as best as possible. Trying to heal himself as much as he can. Oh, Bellator landing those back-to-back consecutive exits, just continuing to crush the Death Knight under the weight of his swords over and over and over, continuing to slam him out. The Death Knight did what they could and played really well. Speed is up next, taking out Bellator, assassinating him out of the game. Wolfie not letting the Rogue leave by interrupting him on that Venthyr portability. Looks like the Rogue choosing to burn blind pretty early. The Earth Elemental joins the fight. Should be able to keep Speed. Oh, couldn't quite catch him. Speed looks like he is too quick. Literally living to the name Speed. He bailed out of there. Literally max range for it from Earth Elemental, who has a bit of mobility. I think has a bit of movement speed. Normally they're able to keep up rogues in combat. That's about as best as Earth Elementals can do. And provide just a stamina buff. But outside of that, not really much they can do. I wish they did a bit more damage. But then again, I think that would make them a little busted. Maybe it's good that they're defensive, right? It's kind of like the images. Maybe it's good that it's a defensive rather than anything. It's only defensive with a conduit. Utility with the taunt in PvE. Semantics. Stun, unable to land a stun totem onto Speed. Wolfie having to go for a Sunder to try to catch up on a bit of healing while the Earth Elemental is still present. Speed, Master Chain Harvest might be in trouble. Went for a disarm onto Wolfie. Might have been a perfect time to disarm. Goes for the Shadow Meld into reset. Is there a Flame Shock still rolling on the Rogue? Looks like there isn't, so for Wolfie, it might not be a bad idea to keep a Flame Shock on the Rogue, especially if he's going to try to see if he can escape out of there. Gonna be a... what is it? A disorient onto Wolfie for a moment. Wolfie, Chain Harvest no longer available. Evasion and Shadow Blades up for Rogue. Wolfie seeing Shadow Blades, chooses to trinket out of it. The Rogue isn't really going anywhere. Dodging the Sunder completely. I didn't know you could dodge Sunder. I would imagine Earth under you crackling. I would imagine that would splitting. Like, how do you dodge that earthquake? But apparently this man can. Speed tried to keep Wolfie in Smoke Bomb, looking for the door shutters to get away. Getting interrupted on and vanish up as he gets kind of low. I don't know if Wolfie has a Flame Shock on this Rogue. I guess we'll find out if the Rogue gets out of stealth. It looks like no Flame Shock still. No Flame Shocks whatsoever. I think Wolfie is choosing to go for Frost Shocks for the slow instead, which isn't a bad idea. Like, if the Rogue can't run away from you, and you can just melee him down fast enough, you'll be okay. But Speed so far hasn't been able to escape death more than once. Gonna be that flagellation burst under Wolfie. No way for Wolfie to get out of there. And Speed taking him out. He took him out in literally a blink, with Screamer going to be up next, having to face versus the Rogue. Got him some full flash craft available, trying to see if he might be able to walk up on top of the Rogue. And he's going to go into a defensive stance. So now we know Screamer is not playing second wind playstyle, which some Necrolord warriors like to play, which is a very, very good build for 1v1s, especially if you can keep the enemy at bay. And especially if the target likes to go for resets. Leap and a charge. Screamer chooses to get out of the blind, trying to get Speed out in combat. Gonna be that kidney shot of Speed, looking to crack through the defenses of the warrior. It looks like Flashcraft falls apart as Speed successfully dispatches right through it, slices and dices through the protective barrier that's created by the warrior. Quick Fear onto the Rogue before he escapes. The Screamer loses his weapons. Picked his weapons back up. Quick Blaze Storm sees immune to CC. Speed might be in trouble. No ways out of reset. Does he go for Shadow Step? Goes for that epic juke. He actually did it. Screamo, does he have a leap? He does not. Speed might have actually been able to escape out of there. Oh my goodness. This is where it was a mind games. Like, is he going to be able to do this? Is he not going to be able to do it? Sap into the warrior. Could Zerka rage out of it? Does Speed have any bleeds on himself? He still has bleeds. Screamo trying to see if he can bust out of the sap real quickly. No weapon throw, nothing. Speed escapes. This is to have a DOS on him. Is going to interrupt the flesh god, but puts himself in danger. Evasion is up, and even though he is able to evade through most abilities, he is still critical low. Couple overpowers could still do him in. Trying to go for a big flagellation burst into Screamo. Screamo could go for a parry. Charges towards the rogue. As Speed pops popcorn out and trying to see if he can bail out of there. Got himself a shot of meld, but he still has bleeds. This man's still straight up eating popcorn, dude. He's just catching up, getting himself a snack. Or the Screamo isn't big enough a snack for him just yet. But Speed so far is just playing so scarily. He's just putting himself out in the open like that. Evasion, but he's using his cooldowns very effectively. This is really good. Like, this is fun to watch when rogues are just played so risky. That's probably the best gameplay we've seen from rogues is when they play so risky. I mean, resets for sure. You know, there's plenty of those. But the guy just goes out. He's like, you know what? I could die here, but I guess I'll just evasion and hope for the best. Screamo popping out into a battle stance, trying to max out the damage. Speed has advantage if he needs it. Going to be advantage as he sees the banner come out by Screamo. Screamo trying to see if it can howl the rogue out of terror. But the rogue isn't terrified, just bleeding a little bit. Going to be a lead by the warrior. Trying to see if he can catch up to the rogue. Blaze Storm see immune to CC. Speed tries to walk in the other direction. Does still have a bleed. It looks like he was able to wait him all out. Screamo looking to pick up the eyes. The rogue shadow steps to him and shadow strikes. Going to be flagellation with the kidney shot. Screamo triggers out of it immediately. Speed is going to go for the blind. Flagellation is still rolling on Screamo. Looks like Speed. He's just going to bail out of there in case anything comes out of the warrior. Dropping down smoke bomb. Not really sure if he needed to. Charged by the warrior. Wait, Stormbolt on the rogue. Trinkets out of it. Still got flagellation for a little bit longer. Screamo the fear. And Screamo has Warbreaker and everything. Is Screamo going to charge back in? Going to be a cheap shot from the rogue. Trying to see if he can end the duel right then and there. Screamo, only thing he has is damage. So maybe he could just max out even more dam. Got himself the rage in order to go for a ignore pain. To at least offset a bit of that dot damage he's taking. If there's any kind of rupture into that shield. Speed looking to catch back up to him. Looking to sprint over before Screamo can pick up any food. Flash cut out for the warrior getting interrupted. Stormbolt out of speed. Does Screamo just go for the most amount of damage? Sitting in defense stance. Disarm on the rogue to make sure the rogue has nothing. At least for a short moment. Evasion by the rogue. Overpower still going through. Kidney shot lands and Screamo unable to do much about it. And the rogue looking to end it right there. Shadow Strike's flying. Screamo tries to get himself a shield, but super low health. Only 50% of the damage you're going to get hit goes into that shield. The other 50 is going to a health bar. And you only have like 1 health. There's nothing you could do, but he played as well as he could. Defensive stance out warrior. I imagine, I wonder if second one would have helped him a little better, but that's only a speculation at this point. That's all we can do is speculate. Speed definitely played that out really well. Did some really ballsy moves in there, but definitely kept it entertaining and interesting, at least for me. Where most rogues would just AFK for 3 minutes until all the cooldowns are back and come back in. This guy just kept trying to stay aggressive. And I think that would have helped him, especially if the warrior was second wind. But maybe he was thinking, you know what, I'll play it as if this guy's second one. But if he noticed that he has defense stance, he would be like, you know what, I can just AFK. I can open up, do some damage, run away. He's never going to come back. Going to be more to call out of Reverence as he goes for the stun onto the pet. Having to control both the Warlock and the Demon is going to be tough, but Speed, we'll see how well he can do it. It's going to be a Tyrant, but a quick interrupt by the Rogue with a Shadow Step to re-engage is going to put him ahead. Fear out of Reverence, going for the cheap shots. That's going to be Door of Shadows. Is going to interrupt him. Tyrant is going to be up, but Speed is going to sprint out of there. Blind into Reverence. The Tyrant does get 1 blast in there of Demon Bolts. And Speed is looking to get away from the Tyrant. Looks like the stun by the Felguard and the Tyrant on the side might lock him down in a bad situation. Going to be the Warlock porting next to him. Trying to Shadow Fear. Speed is going to get him. But the Rogue is still in stealth. Oh no, that is so tough. Especially like for a little bit of time when you're in Vanish, you get a bit of Grace Period. If you take any damage, you get hit with abilities. While you have the Vanish, which is an enhanced stealth, it's not going to take on a stealth. And then you get the normal stealth. If only that Vanish fell off as he got stunned, that would have got him out in the open. But Reverence, I don't even know if he realized that he had the Rogue. He hit him right head on. He hit him right on point. But he couldn't quite, follow up because the Rogue is literally in stealth. He's literally immune. Evasion out for Speed really early. Trying to door shadows over towards Reverence. Trying to deal with the pet. The pet is definitely going to give him some trouble. Not let him catch a reset. Reverence trying to max out the range. Sending out Demon Doggers at Speed, who can outrun the pets. Door Shadows helping him reset up in a different position. Reverence looking to meet him on the other side. Speed might be able to create enough line of sight to catch a reset with the pets and the pathing that have to take up the ramp, down the ramp. They can't just jump off the ramp, so they can't quite efficiently chase after the rogue. Shadow Strike by the Rogue, stunned by Reverence. Immediate Trinket with a Kidney Shot onto Reverence. Trinket by the Warlock. As you see some damage coming out for Speed, that's going to be a fast damage, fast burst, quick Mortal Coil by the Warlock with a fear to lock down the Rogue for a moment. Just trying to summon a couple extra pets with the Tyrant. Rogue has a Cloak of Shadows, so he should be immune towards the Tyrant Assault. Reverence might just hit his wall here. He's gonna actually lots of damage coming out to Speed. Looks like the Tyrant found a lot of pressure, lots of damage out of nowhere. Normally the Tyrant doesn't blast nearly as hard, but as soon as the Cloak fell, the Rogue felt the power of that Tyrant. It looks like the Tyrant had a lot of damage behind him. Look at Chicago. Oh, I kind of like that set. You got the full Kyrian with a pony and everything. Yo, are we still going to be doing the Kyrian Vesper Totem, or is it just for the looks? Looks like he's given Reverence a perfect opportunity to catch a full reset, get himself food, everything. Reverence, where's your main pet? Is he outside here? Yo, Reverence, you got to move your pet. He keeps putting his pet out there, so he has an easier time getting the stuns from a distance. But versus Chicago, he might be able to keep the pet nearby. That was so close, dude. That Rogue played so well. I gotta give him credit for keeping it entertaining. Because you know the Rogue could have literally just sat in stealth for like hours and hours on end if he wanted to. But he tried making it entertaining. He tried keeping it fun. And I gotta give him credit, man. I gotta give him credit. Because again, literally could have just been stealth for 3 minutes. Right, chat? I know you guys sometimes hate rogues because that's literally all they do is just said. Look at Chicago literally stopping, letting Reverence get a full flesh scout. What an honorable dueler this one is. Reverence trying to land a fear on Chicago, gonna be that Tremor Totem, busting him out of there immediately. Thunder onto Reverence, does not follow up with a Stun Totem, a little bit late, but still gets it. And Chicago is gonna try to make some damage happen versus Reverence, try to ramp up a bit. The Ghosts are chasing after the Warlock. It looks like they're going to turn around onto the Felguard instead. It looks like Chicago's going to focus on the Felguard, eliminate it quickly. Reverence trying to see if he might be able to swing around, sending Demon Doggers. Reverence has no more mobility to get out of there. It looks like Ascendant's fully out for Chicago. Maybe get an interrupt on a Tyrant. No Tyrant interrupt. Maybe Chicago has a Stun Totem or anything for this. Going to be the full burst for Reverence, buffing up the pets with the Obelisk. So pets are doing faster, casting faster damage. Chicago continue just to power right through all this damage. Wall is up. That's going to be Fear to try to lock him out. Got himself heals in between. Interrupt quickly by Reverence, and Chicago decided, you know what, I'm just gonna all in on this one, which is a very tough choice to make. Lollycat goes swinging around the side, gonna be a Reverence mounting up, and has a gateway if they need to use it. As Lolly looking to get himself a better angle. Let's call them cat girls. I feel like I'll get put on some kind of list if we keep calling them Lolly. FBI is gonna be like, FBI, put up. What is that that you're looking up? No, just cat girls, officer. That's a little more normal. But Catgirl's looking for a better angle. Got himself Flesh Cup, so he's got himself the full Necrolord playstyle. I wonder if that comes with the second wind. I believe second wind would be a lot harder to do against a Warlock since you have the pet. It looks like Reverence trying to buy himself some time, literally mounted up, running circles around the pillar in the center. Catgirls is gonna have to at some point maybe do a leap charge, or he's gonna have to find a better angle to Reverence. I don't think you're gonna have an easy time catching him. I think all you can do is maybe go for a leap charge as Reverence commits to one side of the pillar. Eventually Reverence is going to want to maybe not. I was going to say eventually Reverence is going to want to play, but I'm starting to think maybe not. Looks like Reverence with a Flesh Cut, finally ready to go. I think that's what he's trying to buy himself time for, at least a Flesh Cut, just to make sure he's good against the Warrior. And I guess Sensei, who's going to be up next. Cat goes surrounded by the demons as the Obelisk is down. Absolutely just getting a barrage. There's going to be a Reflect from one of the Tyrant spells, but continue to get hit over and over. Cat goes minded to play defenses. Going to be decimated. Both set up on him. Could be the biggest bolts for Reverence. One blast takes him out. That felt a little unfair. And Reverence has some of the biggest demon bolts available. Sensei might be able to actually feel some of those demon bolts. Trinket for Reverence immediately. Used to get some demon doggers where Sensei is going to be a wall. Used to get demon doggers. Maybe Decimate Bolt's going to be the biggest ever. Definitely chunky. Got Sensei to about half a health with the Curse of Exhaustion. Sensei used to clear that curse with the Tigers as possible. Zuen as well as the images are up. With Stormwrath on fire, Reverence with a Mortal Coil, going for more Demon Bolts as he's getting procs, is going to port away from Sensei. Try to cut him out as best as he can with the Gateway to follow, sending him more Heinegel Dons onto Sensei to build up for even more Demon Bolts. Flash Scout is up for Sensei. Could maybe go for the Axe Toss to stun him, but he did not. A quick Flesh Scout for Sensei should keep him pretty healthy, pretty safe. Stun around the corner, Sensei finally closes the gap. Reverence looking to get a fear, does get one. And might be able to get himself a Decimated Bolt. It looks like he's just walking in the direction. He just wants to go for a reset. He wants to get some cooldowns back. He doesn't have a wall. He has Tyrant very, very soon. Maybe waiting for Fleshcraft at this point. And that might be the play, is to wait for Fleshcraft, if at all possible. He might also need to get a fear onto Sensei and then go for Fleshcraft just to make sure it's safe. It's going to create a Hellstone. Sensei is given an opportunity to also get a reset. Portrait on top of Reverence with a stun as BDB gets exchanged. And Reverence trying to land a fear, getting Lex up on it. No trinket. Needs to use Mortal Coil as soon as possible. Super low on health. Oh, the port last second. At no health. Needs a Mortal Coil immediately. Oh no. Reverence gets a big old touch of death on him. That is so rough, dude. He thought he was safe. He thought it was okay, but the images, the port was set up right next to him. Sensei with that surprise attack. Sealer is going to be up next. Had a duel versus Sensei before, and Sensei's a bit down on cooldowns this time, so maybe Sealer will have a better opportunity here to score a win. Sensei almost getting frozen up. In cap onto Sealer. Is that G-Pie? And then he bows out of it immediately. And Sealer is looking for a advantageous setup. Got a Nova into Sensei. We are into a high dampening. Big combustion up for Sealers, trying to make sure he has the range towards Sensei. Gonna be that diffused magic trying to deal with the burn. And is able to reduce a lot of the damage quite handily. Karma up really early. Sealers is going to jump down, maybe with the ulti time. No ulti time. Just got himself Shin Power as well as the images. Mirror images in order to reduce some of the damage he's taking. As Sensei actually used images of his own. He's literally using Storm Breath and Fire. I don't know if he meant to. Actually, it was a win. So Sensei got a lot of damage ready. I think he was to go and line up for a big BDB. Sealer's going for a port really early. Tricking out Sensei to bust out of that Dragon's Breath. It's going to be a Fleshcraft right in Sealer's face to get interrupted on Shadow. But Sealer's somehow still alive. Are you playing normal Blink now? I think he's playing normal Blink. Gonna be a Ring of Peace booping back in there. Still holding on to Ice Block. Getting interrupted on Arcane. Going for the Ice Block in order to regenerate some health. He wants to save Cauterize for later. So he's going for the long game as we hit in that 17-minute mark. And Sealer's got himself at least a bit of a reset. Sensei charging in. Looking to take the mage out. In cap, does he have enough? Does he have anything? Cauterize procs immediately. Quick breath by the mage with a polymorph onto Sensei. Looking for the G-Pie. Does not have anything at all at this point. Maybe he can go for Ring of Frost and get a CC chain on Sensei. Does he see him? Shifting power. Can get combustion back up. Sensei got Karma very, very soon. Maybe you can just end him right there. Blink it towards Sensei. No Karma for a few seconds. No diffuse magic for a bit. It's going to be a spinner crank kick into, oh, and Seed Pod. But Sensei just out damaged Sealers. He did have 45 brew. So he had 4 brew in order to reduce the damage he's taking. That was such a close match. Speed with the big blasters. I didn't realize the Warlock had 3 kills in a row. 3 kills under the bag. It was so close. Chicago play? Chicago did get to play there. Get monked? Yo, for real. This day, dude, 915 people continue to get monked. I wonder if that'll change to 9-2. Probably not. Have you seen the tier set? 40% more damage for Fist of Fury with 2-piece.